Let's just take a first sense of how the indices are opening. 22,477. You've got the Nifty, the Sensex, which is starting at about 73,991. So these are sort of solid opening rates, which we are getting. But it's all about stocks with so many earnings to react to. Bank Nifty is up about 80 points, 0.16%. Bank Nifty had an undecided kind of a day yesterday. The mid-cap and small-cap part of the market sold off steeply by close yesterday. Mid-cap index saw green, but it's quickly ticked back into red. It's down about, it's actually flattish, 4-5 points lower. And the small-cap index is barely anything. I mean, it's unchanged, 2.5, 3 points or so there. The Nifty with about a 30-odd point uptick to begin this Tuesday morning. But stocks with Sonia.
Oh, thanks a lot for that. Well, you know, the Nifty is not bad, right? But it's just sort of consolidating around these levels. Gives us some time to look at individual stocks. The one that really shot up in pre-opening was Marico. So let's see how Marico is looking right now. Looking pretty, look at that, 6-7% high on Marico. Strong outlook from the management. The company has said that the domestic volumes will definitely trend upwards from Q1 onwards. So the street likes that 40 rupees higher and almost 8% higher on that stock. In fact, the entire FMCG space is coming back in a big way. Godrej Consumers is the other one, 4% higher over there. Good results. Domestic volume growth is 7%. Consolidated volume growth of 12%. When did you see that for Godrej Consumers? So looking pretty handsome there. Apart from that, Hindalco, as Nigel was telling us, good numbers coming in from Novelis. Not really reflecting in the stock at the moment, but at least trending higher as we speak. On the flip side, though, you have Lupin. Just look at that. Mid-street estimates. There was a pressure seen on the operational performance as well. So Lupin is down almost 3.5%. Even volumes are picking up on this particular stock. Let's go across to the IT space. There's Happiest Minds looking pretty good now, 1.5% higher. It's been a steady quarter for the company this time around, and the stock is also steady state as we speak. Oberoi Realty is another stock. I mean, real estate has been up and about, and we've talked about this whole redevelopment piece, which is picking up in a big way. 1.5% higher on Oberoi Realty. It signed an agreement with MHADA to redevelop a project in Worli, very close to where we are currently. So looking pretty good on Oberoi Realty. Now, there are some results today. You have Dr. Reddy's, there is Voltas, there is United Breweries. So perhaps you could see a little bit of traction. And you know, these Alco Bev stocks have been doing pretty well. United Spirits has been at a fresh high. United Breweries is up about 1-odd%. So these are just some stocks that I'm looking at. All in all, it's not a bad picture for the market, you'd have to say. The Bank Nifty is the one that's really holding forth this morning, up 65-odd points. And hence the Nifty standing tall above 22,005, 460 thereabouts. Back to you.
All right, Sonia, thanks a lot for that. Well, Root Mobile is taking it on the chin. That stock is down close to around 4%. It's pulling back in today's trading session. Volume's not very, very high. Only around 50,000 shares getting traded out there. The other few stocks that are in focus, DCM Shriram, pull up the chart out there. You know, that stock, in fact, is in focus. Volume's very, very high. Ceylon Exploration as well as the other one. So DCM Shriram is reacting to its numbers down close to around 5%. Ceylon Exploration, well, that's another stock that the volumes were relatively high. And in fact, the stock had opened up, I think, close to around 5% higher. Now it's up close to around 8%. So keep an eye out on that one. GHCL Textiles, that's the other stock that's up more than 5% in trade today. So big up move out there. Some of these stocks are reacting to numbers as well. So keep an eye out on them. A couple of other announcements that we got post-market hours. Balmer Lorry, they have a board meeting on the 28th of May. The agenda includes dividend, and they'll also be deliberating whether to look at a bonus split or buyback. So that explains why that stock is up close to around 5% in trade. HPCL and BPCL. HPCL is moving on very, very large volumes. BPCL as well. Both of them, they have opened up well in the green. You have a tailwind because crude prices have cooled off as well. But they have a board meeting on 9th of May, and they'll consider it a bonus. So that's why BPCL and HPCL, both of them, well in the green in today's trading session. The markets for the time being still marginally holding on in the green with a gain of around 30 points out.
You know, so yeah, 30 points, 22,470 is where the Nifty is now at. And you basically have the Nifty Bank, which is also just sort of treading water, nothing. 48,940 on the Nifty Bank is what you have. You know, so FMCG, yes, we just sort of had a discussion with Abnish earlier. So Marico and Godrej Consumer are the big movers. Titagarh is up 6%. Titagarh is the third or fourth largest volume-led gainer right now. Stocks at almost about 1,100 rupees. That initiation from Morgan Stanley showing up. Supreme Industries is another one. Reported numbers had a big reaction after that. Then cooled off for a few days. Back up 4%. 54.70 or so is what you have on Titagar, on Supreme Industries, 5470. KPI Green is up up about 4.5%. There is Sterling, Wilson and Solar, which was up 5% yesterday. That is about 730 odd right now. Baumer Lorry is up about 4.5%. Indian Bank is up about 2.25% or so. Shakti Pumps, this vertical rise continues, almost 2,400 on Shakti Pumps now, on decent sized volumes. And you also have IIFL, which is coming up with a 4.5% pop. So back at almost 400 rupees on IIFL at this point in time. I must point out that market breadth has turned negative. You got 1,160 stocks lower, and you got about 800 stocks which are higher at this point in time. So lots of stuff turning down. Z is another one. Z is now down to 130. And there is, of course, it's been in the news with a bit of a tiff there. So 2.5% on Z lower. Zomato is down about 2.5%. Yes Bank is down about 1.25%. Look at SRF. SRF is down 4% right now. So there is a lot going on. Zentech, we spoke with the management yesterday. Guidance was superb, 3% CAGR on the top line is what they guided. Stock was down 5% yesterday. It's down another, I think, about 3.5%, 4% today as well. So there is something maybe bugging it. After, of course, it had a fantastic 2023 in terms of stock price performance, maybe just a pullback.